Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello everyone, welcome to second PUC Statistics online classes. In the previous class we had discussed about application, then test procedure and important problems of t-test. In this class we are going to discuss the sixth chapter in that fourth part, that is chi-square test. Okay, let's see the applications of chi-square test. There are three important applications of chi-square test are there. In that first one, to test whether population has a given variance, and the second application is to test goodness of fit of a theoretical distribution to an observed distribution, and the third application is to test independence of attributes in 2x2 contingency table. Now let's see the first application, that is to test whether population has a given variance. Okay, now we will see what are the test procedure of to test, what is the test procedure of population has given variance. See, the step 1 is, that is we know that step 1 is always H naught. H naught is setting up of null hypothesis. See, this application is based on variance. See, population has a variance, and population variance is denoted by, that we already discussed. See, sample size is denoted by small letter n, and population size is denoted by capital letter N. Like that, sample variance is denoted by, sample standard deviation is denoted by small letter s, and population standard deviation is denoted by sigma. See, this is variance, that samples variance is denoted by S square. Like that, population variance is denoted by sigma square. So this application is based on population variance. So the H naught is population variance is equal to sigma naught square. See here, sigma naught square in the sense that is given value, given observation for calculation. So H naught is sigma square is equal to sigma naught square. Why? Because this application is based on population variance. That is why H naught is sigma square is equal to sigma naught square. Then what is step 2? Step 2 is alternative hypothesis, setting up of alternative hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis is denoted by H1. So this alternative hypothesis is possible rejection of null hypothesis. So what are the possible rejections are there here? See, this is null hypothesis is equal to, so the first rejection possible is not equal to, so we can say sigma square not equal to sigma naught square. So this is two-tailed test. Or next rejection possible is H1 is equal to, we can say sigma square greater than sigma naught square. See, this greater than in the sense what, that is right tail test, or we can say upper tail test. See, this is upper tail test or right tail test. And or next rejection possible is H naught sigma square in the sense that is population variance less than sigma naught square, population variance less than given population for calculation. See, sigma, this is left tail test, or we can say this is lower tail test. Don't confuse, this right tail test is also known as upper tail test, and this left tail test is also known as lower tail test. Okay, this is step 2. Then step 3 is test statistic. That is, see, this is chi-square test. So chi-square test is denoted by like this. Okay, this is chi-square test like this. Okay, chi-square test is equal to n s square divided by sigma naught square, which follows t. Sorry, this is chi-square, no. So chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. And see here n in the sense that is sample size, s square in the sense that is sample standard deviation. So sigma naught square in the sense that is standard deviation of population. See, this is also equal to, we can write standard deviation. We know the formula of standard deviation like this. Okay, see here n in the sense sample size, s square in the sense that is variance. So square is there, no. If it is s, that is standard deviation of sample. Here one square is there, that is why this is variance of sample. And see, if it is sigma, then it is standard deviation of population. So here square is there, so this is variance of population. So we know the standard deviation formula in the sample case, that is s is equal to square root of summation x square divided by n minus summation x divided by n whole square. So this is the formula to calculate standard deviation of sample. And if it is square, then how to write this? If it is square, we can write summation x square divided by n minus summation x divided by n, or we can write it as that we discussed in first PUC. So s is equal to summation xi minus x bar. So here square is there, no, so whole square divided by m. So this is s square is equal to summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. So if it is yes, we can write square root of summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by 1, and this is x square. So the formula is like this. So in the place x square, I will substitute that formula, that is n into s square. Formula is summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by, so yeah, this divided by n, this is this formula, and whole divided by sigma naught square. See here n and n get cancelled, the remaining terms are summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by sigma naught square, which follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. So here chi-square formula, in this application chi-square formula is n into s square divided by sigma naught square, that is equal, this is equal to summation xi minus x bar whole square divided by sigma naught square, which follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Okay, next, this is step 3. Then step 4 is depending on alternative hypothesis, that is H1, alpha and degrees of freedom, we can find critical value. So here critical values are like this, minus k, this is k1 and k2. So these are the critical values. So then this is step 4. Then step 5 is if calculated value lies in acceptance region, so H not accepted, otherwise H not rejected. See, or one more conditions are there for that. See, for two-tailed test, if k1 less than or equal to chi-square, this is calculated value, less than or equal to k2, then H not accepted. Okay, this is for two-tailed test. If k1 less than or equal to chi-square calculated value less than or equal to k2, then H not accepted, otherwise H not rejected. Then for left-tailed test, if k1 less than or equal to calculated value, then H not accepted, otherwise H not rejected. And for right-tailed test or for upper-tailed test, if the condition is like this, that is this much, yeah, chi-square calculated value less than or equal to k2, then H not accepted, otherwise H not rejected. I hope you are clear about this. See here two-tailed test in the sense, for two-tailed test if k1 less than or equal to chi square calculated value less than or equal to k2, then h naught accepted, otherwise h naught rejected. For upper tail test, k1 condition is if k1 less than or equal to calculated value, then h naught accepted, otherwise h naught rejected. And for lower test, the condition is like this: calculated value less than or equal to critical value, then h naught accepted, otherwise h naught rejected. Okay, these are the test procedure to test whether population has given variance. Okay, now let us see the problem. First problem. See the question. The question is, a normal variate has variance 8. 20 sample observation of the variate have variance 9. Test at 1% level of significance whether the population variance is 8. See here. So given observations, a normal variate has variance 8, in the sense this is population variance. So population variance is denoted by, we know that sigma square is 8. And next, 20 sample observations of the variate. 20 sample in the sense what? That is sample size. See here, sample in the sense, that is sample size. So sample size is 20. That is n is equal to 20. So sample observation is sample size. So 20 sample observation of the variate has variance 9. So sample variance is 9. That is sample variance is denoted by small letter s square. So there the value is 9. So s square is equal to 9. Then test at 1% level of significance. So test at 1% level of significance, in the sense here level of significance is denoted by alpha. The value is 1%. So what we are going to test here? See, test at 1% level of significance whether the population variance is 8. So variance is 8, in the sense this is equal to type. So here given problem is based on alternative hypothesis, equal to type in the sense that is alternative hypothesis. So the step 1 is test procedure. The step 1 is alternative null hypothesis. Okay, I am sorry. You are equal to in the sense what? That is null hypothesis. Okay, equal to is null hypothesis type. So the first step 1 is setting up of null hypothesis. So this is equal to type. Therefore h naught is the population variance is 8. Population variance is 8, that is sigma square is equal to 8. Next, step 2, that is h1. So what is the possible rejection here? We can say sigma square is not equal to 8. When it is not equal, the population variance is not 8, then we can say sigma square is not equal to 8. Therefore h1 is the population variance is not 8, that is sigma square is not equal to 8. Then test statistic. That is chi square is equal to ns square divided by sigma square, which follows chi square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. And see here. So here n in the sense what? That is sample size. S square in the sense what? That is variance of the sample. Then sigma square in the sense that is variance of the population. So this is equal to, here what is n? Here the given here given what is n, what is s square and what is sigma square. Here n is 20. So in the place n I will write 20 into s square, that is 9, divided by sigma square. Oh, here sigma square is 8. This is equal to 20 into 9, that is 180 divided by 8. Okay, this is equal to 180 divided by 8, that is 22.5. So here calculated value is 22.5. that we can write chi square calculated value is equal to 22.5. Okay, this is step 3. Next, step 4 is, step 4 is based on this alternative hypothesis and null hypothesis, based on alternative hypothesis and level of significance and degrees of freedom, we can find critical value. So here alpha is level of significance is that is given, so level of significance is 1%, so alpha is 1%. Then degrees of freedom, how to find out degrees of freedom? That is n minus 1, here n is how much? 20, 20 minus 1 is 21. So here degrees of freedom is 21. Then what is null hypothesis? Here alternative hypothesis, here alternative hypothesis is not equal to type. So here the test is two-tailed test. See, if test is two-tailed test, therefore the critical values are K1 and K2. So what is K1 value and what is K2 value? Let me show that using statistical table. See, this is chi-square test. See, this is chi-square test table, and here degrees of freedom. So how to find out degrees of freedom? That is n minus 1. Here n is 20, 20 minus 1 is 19. So that value find here. See, this is degrees of freedom. Find 19 here. So this is 19. Okay, in this problem the degrees of freedom is 19. And this is two-tailed test. See, there are two columns are there. One is one-tailed test, another one is two-tailed test. Under that level of significance are there. See, this is 5%, this is 1%, and this is 5%, and this is 1%. Under that there are two values are there. See, lower, upper, and lower in the sense here lower is nothing but that is left tail test, and upper in the sense that is right tail test. Like that, see here also. So here for lower tail test or right tail test, the values are like this, K1 values, for lower K1 values. And for upper test or left right tail test, the values are like this, K2 values. And see, in this problem is not equal to type, so we can say it as two-tail test. Two-tail test, and here level of significance is 1%. Two-tail test and level of significance is 1%. And so here we need to find K1 value and K2 value. So this is 19 and degrees of freedom is 19 and two-tail test and 1% level of significance. Therefore, see the corresponding value here. So the K1 value here, K1 value is 6.84 and K2 value is 38.6. Okay. See, this is not 21, okay. 20 minus 1 is 19. So this is 19 here, degrees of freedom is 19. And from this table, K1 value is 6.84 and K2 value is 38.6. See, this is 20 minus 1 is 19 and here K1 value is 6.84 and K2 value is 38.6. And next step, here step 4, this is step 4. Then step 5 is, see, this is two-tail test in the sense what? Here rejection region located both the tails of probability curve. And here in this is chi-square test and this is this range is 0 to infinity. Okay, 0 to infinity. This is chi-square test, therefore the range is 0 to infinity. And here K1 value is 6.84. This is K1 value, that is 6.84, and this is K2 value. K2 value is, that is 38.6. Okay, this is rejection region. See here, this is K2 value. See, this is rejection region and this is rejection region and this is acceptance region because it is two-tailed test. Okay, and see here calculated value is 22.5. So 22.5 comes here. So this is calculated value. And see here calculated value lies in acceptance region, therefore H not accepted. here calculated value lies in acceptance region therefore H not accepted. Or the one more condition is, this is two-tailed test, therefore the condition is K1 less than or equal to calculated value, chi-square calculated value less than or equal to K2. This is small letter K2. See here, K1 value is 6.84 and chi-square value is 22.5 and K2 value is 38.6. And the sign is like this. See, first I will consider these two observations. See here, 22.5 is greater than 6.84, therefore the sign is like this. And here 38.6 is greater than 22.5, therefore the sign is like this. See, here conditions are satisfied, therefore H not accepted. If H not accepted, then conclusion is, the population variance is 8. Therefore the conclusion is the population variance is 8. That we can write sigma square is equal to 8. Okay, this is the conclusion. Okay, now problem number 2, that is a normal variate has variance 81, 21 random observation of the variate have variance 100. Test at 1% level of significance whether the sample variance differs significantly from the population variance. See, here given informations are, the normal variate have variance 81. So here 81 is sigma square. So the solution part is like this. Here given observation. So normal variate has variance 81 in the sense that is population variance. So population variance is denoted by sigma square and here given observation is 81. Next, 21 random observation. So random observation in the sense what? That is sample size. So sample size is given, that is 21. So here small letter n is 21. Next 21. 21 random observation of the variate have variance 100. So sample random observation is random observation of the variate has variance 100 in the sense that is sample variance. So sample variance is denoted by small letter S square. So the given observation is 100. Next, test at 1% level of significance. So here 1% level of significance in the sense here alpha is 1%. And next, significance whether the sample variance differs significantly from the following variance. So differs significantly in the sense what? That is not equal to. So this is not equal to in the sense this is null alternative hypothesis. So this problem is based on alternative hypothesis. And under test procedure, the first step is H naught. H naught is setting up of null hypothesis and H1 is setting up of alternative hypothesis. And this problem is based on alternative hypothesis. So the sentence is sample variance differs significantly from the population variance. That is sigma square is sigma square not equal to, so sigma square in the sense that is population population variance and this is equal to the given population variance. So this is here given population variance is 81. So H1 is sample variance differs significantly from the population variance, that is sigma square is not equal to 81, and H naught, that is H naught is null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is always equal to. So we have to write this sigma square is equal to 81. When it is sigma square is equal to 81, then sample variance does not differ significantly from the population variance, then we can say sigma square is equal to 81. Therefore, H naught is sample variance does not differ significantly from the population variance. That is sigma square is equal to 81. Okay, this is step 1, this is step 2, then step 3 is, that is test statistics. Here this is chi-square test. So chi-square is equal to n into s square, sample size into samples variance divided by population variance, the sigma square, which follows chi-square with the n minus 1 degrees of freedom. See, here n observation, n is 21 into, here s square is 100 divided by sigma square, that is 81. This is equal to 21 into 100, that is 2000. 2100 divided by 81, that is 25.92. 925. Okay, 2100 divided by 81, that is 25.925. Okay, this is step 3. Okay, next move to step 4, that is based on alternate hypothesis and level of significance and degrees of freedom. Based on that, we can find critical values. See here, alpha is, level of significance is 1% and degrees of freedom, see, degrees of freedom formula is n minus 1, here n is 21. So 21 minus 1, that is 20. So degrees of freedom is 20. And this test is two-tailed test because it is not equal to type. So this is two-tailed test. Therefore critical values are K1 and K2. So here K1 value is, see in the statistical table, so here degrees of freedom is 20 and here level of significance is 1% and this is two-tailed test. So the critical values are 7.43 and 40. So these are critical values. See, this is not equal to type, so this is two-tailed test. If it is two-tailed test, here rejection region located at both the tails of probability curve like this. And here K1 value is 7.43 and K2 value is 40. And see, here calculated value is 25 point, okay, this is starts from 0. So the range of chi-square distribution is the range of chi-square distribution is 0 to infinity. Therefore the graph is like this. See here K1 critical value is 7.43, so this is rejection region, and here K2 value is 40 and this is rejection region. And see here calculated value is 25.925, so that comes here. So this is calculated value 25.925. See here calculated value lies in acceptance region. See, this is rejection region and this is rejection region and this is acceptance region. Here calculated value lies in acceptance region, therefore H not accepted. Here calculated value lies in acceptance region, therefore H not accepted. Or we know the condition of two-tailed test in chi-square, so that is K1 less than or equal to calculated value, chi-square calculated value less than or equal to K2. See here K1 value is 7.43 and K2 value is 40, then calculated value is 25.925. And see here 25.925 is greater than 7.43. Next here 40 is greater than 25.925. So see here condition is satisfied. If condition is satisfied, we can say H not accepted. If H not accepted, then the conclusion is see, sample variance does not differ significantly from the population variance. Sample variance does not differ significantly of the population variance. That we can write sigma square is equal to 81. Okay, this is the conclusion. Yes, thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.